Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the hotspot. Yet again, we're back to talk Manchester United. Now, there is talk, a big breaking news that Harry Maguire is about to be stripped of the captaincy of Manchester United. Celebration time soon. Erik Ten Hag continues to do the right thing. We also hear some reports, easy, simple reports coming through that Manchester United could be aiming for Joao Felix on loan. Now, we are yet to verify that, but let's talk about all of it. My name is Webb. This is the hotspot. Thank you for being here with me this afternoon. Now, let's start off with that good news. On this Sunday, this is the day, and I think for those of you who believe in prayer, it's a prayer answered, I do believe. The reports we are getting, and they are certainly coming from credible sources around the UK, are suggesting that Erik Ten Hag is done, and he has decided now that he's going to strip Harry Maguire, his very undeserving captain for the longest time, of the armband. Now, to be honest, and let me first say this is good. It's good news. I think it's the best news you'll hear on a Sunday like this. More so at a time where Manchester United is struggling to sign players largely because they've got a whole lot of players who are flops on big wages but can't be sold. Harry Maguire being the flop among flops. Now, I feel like this should have been done long time ago. I feel like this is what should have been done, and I think I want to credit Erik Ten Hag for being a little patient and trying to give Harry Maguire time to try and save his career, because he has had some few good games. Of the over 110 games he has played for United since 2019 when he joined, for a world record fee for a defender, £80 million, he was made captain 6 months after joining Manchester United. Perhaps there are things that were seen in him, and I remember Ole Gunnar Solskjaer talking quite, well about, waxing lyric about him, about how the character he had of a leader and all. And I can't blame whoever made him captain, because I mean he came as a Premier League winner with a small Leicester City. So certainly he came, and he was the one-eyed man among the blind at that time. United was full of the blind, but clearly he has failed flat out to deserve to wear the armband of Manchester United. And we might feel nice and easy, but at a time when a goalkeeper like David De Gea can be let go of in the manner he was let go of when he left with the Golden Glove as the best goalkeeper, or the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets in the Premier League, I don't think it would make sense for me to come here and even pretend to be nice and sad about Harry Maguire being stripped of captaincy. I think I would be the mother of all, or the grandfather of all hypocrites. And I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite. Those who know me will attest to that. I think I'm happy about the news. I can't wait for it to be done. Harry Maguire does not deserve to be the leader of Manchester United. I think it's utter shocking that he has been captain for all this time. I think we all agree the last season he was way far away from being a leader on that team. Bruno Fernandes was the captain of the team. Casemiro was the leader on that team. Rafael Varane, even when he was injured for the most part, he was the lead of that team. Lisandro Martinez was a leader on that team. Marcus Rashford was a leader on that team. I can go on and go on. David De Gea was a leader on that team. I can go on and on mentioning names of players who showed better character of leadership than the captain, who should be doing that job, earning 200k per week. But when even Victor Lindelof starts ahead of him, when Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez are not fit. So for me, I think this is the first step in the right direction, and the right direction is getting him out of Old Trafford. And I think the first step has always got to be strip him of the captaincy, which has been done. I actually feel like this is a confirmation of what was already done. It is just unofficial. It's going to be an official confirmation of what was already done. I think Bruno Fernandes is the unofficial captain of Manchester United, but they just had to withdraw Harry Maguire in a subtle way. And I think the only thing pending to be done now is the talks that he has got to have with Erik Ten Hag when he does report for training. And probably that's when he'll get the official news and he will be made public that he's no longer the captain of Manchester United. Look, this is the kind of brutal approach you need to take as Erik Ten Hag. First of all, if you're going to change a club like Manchester United. And I feel like the things that Ten Hag has done in the over 12 months he's been in charge of the club have shown a proper character of a manager fitting to coach Manchester United. One of the things United has been lacking since Sir Alex Ferguson left is a proper manager with the character to come and lead a team like Manchester United. I feel like right now no one can question the character of Erik Ten Hag. If he can come and deal with the legend of all legends at Manchester United in Cristiano Ronaldo the way he did, let go of him, but still was vindicated by his performance at the end of the season. He can come and let go of David De Gea in the manner he did, and we will be unapologetic about it. I think that's a proper character of a manager who is in charge. We saw Sir Alex Ferguson lose players like Yap Stam when he was the hottest defender in the world at that time. So he sold Cristiano Ronaldo. So for me, I think this is a good test of character. Whereas, of course, some things Erik Ten Hag does may not look good to the fans, but I think he's cementing his authority as the man in charge. And I think stripping Harry Maguire, quite frankly, I don't think it's the hardest of things to do. Of all the things he has done, I don't think it's the hardest thing. I don't think for Ten Hag, stripping Maguire of captaincy would be the hardest thing to do. But I like the fact that he has done it. I feel now that they are taking, I think, the right steps in selling some of these flops of players, and I think it has got to be done like yesterday. Probably the John Matters have been tied. They have had their fingers tied in terms of what to do. These players have got contracts. They are not performing. No one is willing to take them because of their high wages. What do we do? But the manager can actually trigger these exits, because Maguire is in a tight situation where he has got to be playing for England. And for that to happen, for his starting place to be guaranteed, he has got to be playing more regularly at United. He can't be at his club, and which shouldn't be United, I think, going forward. He can't be warming the bench and think, Gareth Southgate will still be starting him in games. So for me, I feel like this is the first step in the right direction. Strip him of his captaincy, and then later, after the talks that will come probably next week, because preseason is starting in about 6 days or thereabout. At the end of next week, about 19th is when the preseason is starting. We should know who the captain is as we go into the tour. We should know who the captain of Manchester United is, and it can't be Harry Maguire. Again, that would be sulking the energy out of the already beaten fans of the club. So I think the cleaning that Erik Ten Hag is doing is going to re-energize the whole Manchester United faithful, and I'm already re-energized waking up to see a story like that Harry Maguire is going to be stripped of his captaincy. Now, the last thing to be done, the last nail in the coffin, should be him being sold to whoever cares to take him. He should be sold, and I don't care how little a fee, even if he's given out for free. For me, I don't care. I think we should release ourselves of the 200k per week wages that he's earning. He doesn't deserve a quarter of those wages, to be honest, and we should be released, because one of the biggest burdens we've got, United is spending close to 230 million pounds per year on wages, but perhaps more than half of the players don't deserve half of the money they're earning. Van der Beek is earning 120k. Harry Maguire earning 200k. You've got players like Anthony, I think, earning about 120k. You've got players like Martial earning also about 120k. You've got players like Jadon Sancho earning, I think, over 300k. I mean, we can't be wasting money on wages on players who are not delivering. I mean, that's not business, unless we're a charity organization, and obviously under the Glazers, we are not that. But it's just a bunch of the wrong people making all the wrong financial decisions, excited because the money is coming in, because we are Man United. I think we should always make money, because we are the biggest supported club in the world, the most supported club in the world. So obviously the money will come. We've got passionate fans, so the money will always come in. So I think the wages may not exactly be a problem, but with the new regulations that are coming in football to try and put salary caps on players and all, you certainly feel each player should be earning every pound that is spent on them, that is spent on them per week. So for me, I think it's a good thing. It's been long overdue, but again, it's a proper test of character for Erik Ten Hag. We are waiting for that confirmation to come, but I think the better news that United fans will be celebrating. I won't sit here on a Sunday and get on my feet and dance because Harry Maguire has been stripped of captaincy. I think it was done without being communicated, but I will be celebrating if he's finally let go of, if he's finally bought, and I do hope that his agents, his advisors, do advise him to go hopping from club to club, looking for someone to buy him. The way Van der Beek and his agents are doing, they are trying to look for a club for their player because he has got the character to want to play. Harry Maguire will be comfortable to earn 200. I mean, he's 30. He has won a Premier League title. He certainly knows there is nothing more for him to achieve except the money and the pride of or the honor of being a Manchester United player. So he will be easy warming the bench and we are earning 200k per week. But is that the kind of business we want to do as Manchester United? Certainly not. So I feel like Ten Hag should not just stop at stripping him of the captaincy, but the talks that are going to be held the moment he returns, and he's among the last players who played international games, so he will be expected in the second week, this coming week of July. When he returns, the first thing he's got to do is talk to the manager, and I do believe Erik Ten Hag should know well that he cannot be spending 200k on Maguire. If you can't keep spending 200k on Harry Maguire, then there is no explanation for you to veto a 200k per week contract for David De Gea to remain as a competitor to Andre Onana. So for me, it would be illogical. So for me, I'm just waiting for what will come out of the talks. But what we know for sure is that this is the first sign that Harry Maguire is wanted out. And even him as a player, if his head is working, if his representatives have heads that are working, they should see that this is a sign that they want him out. And why stay where you're not wanted? I mean, go. You're 30. I mean, go. So Harry Maguire, for me, that's good news. Now, there is also this story about Joao Felix and him coming on loan to Manchester United. Of course, Joao Felix would be a good loan move, or even buy. I mean, for Manchester United, I feel he can fit into Manchester United. But the problem, though, why I would not exactly be excited by that story, is because I think for us to get Joao Felix on loan, would have to pay some money. I don't think he's a player who would get freely on loan without paying a nickel. And that money would be quite significant. I think we would have to pay about 15 million pounds or thereabout to Atletico Madrid to get him, because he's young, first of all, and he's world class. I think never mind him struggling at Chelsea. I don't think it was entirely because he's a poor player, but I think it's because of the setup of Chelsea. It was all out of sorts. But I feel in unorganized setup under Ten Hag, Joao Felix can certainly flourish. In fact, if you ask me, I think he can give us more as an attacking option, more than Jadon Sancho. Of course, he's not your natural number 9. He's a forward, but not exactly your natural number 9. He's not a Rasmus Højlund, and we need a natural number 9. But if we can get him on a cheap, I would be happy if we got him. But I don't think it's going to happen because, again, our issue is money, and you would have to spend money for that to happen. So I think for me, yes, whereas it's a story we've had, unless we sell players like Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Fred, and all these other nobodies that we have, I think us thinking of getting Joao Felix on loan would be wishful thinking, and that's not what we need now as Manchester United. We need to be realistic and know what we have, what state we are in, and what is realistically able for us to achieve. I don't think this is something we can really achieve. But what I know for a fact that can be achieved by Man United is stripping Harry Maguire of the captaincy and selling him as far as we can. Saudi, there's West Ham, of course. They let him go to London and enjoy London. Wherever he goes, we don't care. Harry Maguire out should be, I think, the way to go. The ruthlessness we are seeing now from Man United is what we should continue seeing. I think there are no more players I would feel sympathy for if they are let go of now, because most of the players on that team are on high wages they don't deserve. So let go, clean the house, Erik Ten Hag. I'm behind you, man. Good job. Keep doing it, but please sell Harry Maguire. I'll catch you later, guys.